One of the most anticipated toy lines that came out late last year was the first line of Funko's ReAction figures, based on Ridley Scott's 1979 sci-fi classic Alien. Early in 2013, a little toy company named Super 7 announced that they had bought the original molds and rights to make the unproduced Kenner line of Alien action figures. Bobblehead company Funko came along and created a strategic partnership, allowing them to put a foothold of their own into the action figure market. Lo and behold, we have the Funko/Super 7 Alien action figures. Off the bat, I have to say that I love the packaging. It pains me to have to open these figures up, but I must do what has to be done for the sake of reviewing these things from top to bottom. These are retro style, but not fake retro. This is real retro. These look just like the old Star Wars toys appeared when they were released in the 70s and 80s, even down to the photos on the back and how the cards are designed. Outside of the package, the figures look equally great. The line includes Ripley, Kane in his spacesuit, Dallas, Ash, and the Alien. Standing around the same height as the Kenner Star Wars figures of that era, with the Alien standing slightly taller of course, each figure packs as much detail as they could have from that time period. The clothing is movie authentic, and the faces look close enough to the characters they are based off, even if it's not photorealistic. Again, this is Kenner at the end of the 70s, so you can't expect much in terms of likenesses, but they resemble them enough that you can identify them easily, and they capture the personalities of the people. Each figure comes with an accessory. Ripley and Dallas have a flamethrower, Ash has a motion detector, Kane has a removable helmet for a spacesuit, and the Alien, well, we're going to talk about him later. The paint on the figures is overall very good. It's not exactly the most complicated in the world, but it looks, for the most part, very clean, although I did have some slop on my Ripley that was pretty noticeable, along with a dent in her face. I also had some problems with loose joints on Kane and Dallas, but everybody else was pretty good in terms of that. Articulation for the figures is extremely limited because this is a retro-style figure, but otherwise they hold their accessories very easily, and they fit in with pretty much any other figures in that scale, so you could always give Ripley a G.I. Joe gun if you wanted. Now here is the big reveal. How does the Alien look? Drumroll please. The Alien looks as amazing as you would hope it would. Keeping in mind when these figures were created, this is a very detailed 4-inch figure that really captures the essence of the Xenomorph along with H.R. Geiger's artwork. With a very unique body cast, slender fingers, and that bizarrely shaped phallic head, this is the big chap from the original movie. This Alien has no accessories, but instead has two very cool action features. It has a removable headpiece that reveals a lever underneath it that allows you to release its inner jaw, so you can wreak havoc on any other figures. Secondly, the ridges on his head also glow in the dark, although I was not able to capture that for this review. As a kid, I always wanted to remove the dome of my Alien toys' heads, to see what it looked like, so that alone is great. But this Alien figure is the true standout of this line and lives up to all of my expectations. Overall, the first ReAction line from Funko was very good. I can't lie, I was very skeptical about this line of figures, and still partially am, but getting them in my hands has alleviated that fear, at least for the time being until we see future lines. I am looking forward to seeing the rest of the ReAction line as it comes out this year, since I am unsure if the company can recapture the magic of this retro style without looking hokey, but I hope they can pull it off. My only nitpick here would be more quality control, as I have noticed slop and facial dents in other Funko figures as well, including their Game of Thrones line. So keeping a closer eye on the production line to make sure those don't get out would be the only thing I could ask to be improved on. But otherwise, this is a set that is 100% worth buying, and I might get a second set just to keep them in those awesome packages.